Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything coming back at you with another one of our State of the Unit addresses. This is a, if you haven't seen a State of the Unit address, this is a informal like newsletter update, just to kind of let you know what the squadron's up to and what we're doing and what's going on. All right, so this is the June update State of the Unit, and we currently have 33 members on the RSI site. As you know, not all of them seem to be active. I think that's just numbers. And currently we have 27 active members on the engine site. And we seem to be getting membership almost every week. We get new members coming in. So we had 3 new members join in May, and so welcome them to the unit. And we also lost someone from the unit. Rubik's, he's been removed since he hasn't played since February. Hasn't been to the website or anything. Haven't even seen him. No word, no contact. All right, and then I have also sent out some, I hate to say this is always the negative part of the show, but I did send out 5 members warning points. Now, if you never log into Engine for weeks on end, you'll receive a warning point for attendance, because we actually expect you to log into our website at least once a week. And if you can't log into the website once a week, then you're not very committed to the game or learning what our unit's doing or anything like that. So you will build up warning points, and when you get to a certain number of warning points, the system will automatically remove you from the unit. So what I've done is I've issued 5 members warning points because I hadn't seen them in ages. Okay, with that pushed off to the side, nothing's really changed in the organization. We haven't had any new new units open or new positions open, or we haven't had such a growth that we haven't had such a growth that we needed to like form another cohort or anything like that. Okay, but what I have noticed is we've lost some people out of the fighter group, and now we have a couple of fighter wings that are very small. I didn't want to create 2 or more wings of fighters until we had about 8 members, and I don't think we have 8 in the fighter group. So that's unfortunate. I'm not gonna consolidate the 2 groups, because we still have a long ways to go before we get to open beta, where I'm more concerned with the squadron organization at that point. Okay, and as you know, I've been saying this all along, that we're kind of just in a tentative state of flux. We're growing, we're training, we're learning, the game is doing the same thing. It's being worked on, bugs are being fixed, flight mechanics are going to be changing. They've stated that most recently, that the way we fly our ships today is not how we're going to be flying our ships tomorrow, because they are possibly going to be going to a... I'm sorry, I digress. I don't know, this isn't supposed to be that. This is supposed to be... Nothing's changed in the unit, okay? Everybody knows we're in a state of flux, and everything's going to be changing as we go, but hopefully we can have everything locked into place, kind of like parallel to the game. So like when we're in alpha, we'll have a pretty good idea of how the unit's going to be set up, and then when we hit beta, that's what we'll be running with. And okay. So, but having said that, I do want to let you know that Sherpain, he's taken over for the training department as our first drill instructor. The problem with that is, and I haven't really had a chance to talk to Sherpain or seen him or anything like that, but I don't believe that he's conducted any training for the unit. Okay, and it's been over 2 months. So, having said that, what I'd like to do is maybe get a second drill instructor in place that can start training, either one of the two classes we have out right now. We've only really got Introduction to the Squadron and Basic Flight. So we'll be working on more of those. You know that the manuals are on the website, and every week I go in and I update something on the manual. I add a paragraph, I add a page, something to one of the manuals. So over the course of the time until beta, or now till open beta, we're going to have, because there's also going to be closed beta. Yeah, so over time, those manuals are going to grow and they're going to get more nailed down. Okay, so if you're interested in doing some training, you feel like you've got the wherewithal to abide by our strict training guidelines, and I'm talking about the guidelines for the trainers and not necessarily for the trainees, that I have a certain way that I want our trainers to present the material, and sure, you can role play out a drill instructor or whatever if you want to do that. That's cool. But I have certain pieces of information that have to be put out in those training classes. It's not rocket science, or maybe it is. Okay, some projects. Okay, we just talked about that. Unit news. There we go. Jacob is currently doing some training drills. He's doing some drills on Monday nights, and if you guys want to participate in that, I'm sure he'll be glad to have you come in and join in with the fun. And apparently it's a big hit. Everybody is enjoying it. So yeah, jump on to the Arena Commander. Now, what else? What are you doing? What else? Okay, Star Citizen news that affects the squadron. Okay, there's a lot of Star Citizen news, but that doesn't affect us. You know, so the Reliant came out. Who cares? You know, it's just another ship, right? There's about 100 million ships that are going to be coming out. That doesn't affect the squadron, because the squadron is going to have members that are going to have all shapes and sizes of ships. Okay, and we're going to talk about like what ships we want to focus on, and how we want to organize the ships and stuff like that. But really, that's not something I'm going to be able to control. Everybody's going to have their own hangar full of ships that they want to have. I'm not going to make it mandatory that you have a Hornet or a Super Hornet or a Gladius, or I'm not going to make you all have the Lightning or the Bomber or whatever. You're not all going to have. That's not going to be mandatory. You're going to come into the squadron and organization with the ships that you have. There will be some recommended ships, sure, because we want, and some needed ships, like we might have a certain mission that we need certain types of ships, and hopefully the squadron can actually acquire some of these squadron-specific ships. But if not, that's okay too. So don't stress on that too much. But the news that does affect us is the FPS. FPS is not out yet. It's supposed to be out this month. I anticipate it coming out this week. I do anticipate it coming out this week. This is the 8th, so it's this Monday the 8th, and I do anticipate it coming out this week. It's Monday through Saturday, who knows, one of these days. But what it's going to do is it's going to hit the public test universe first, okay? And that means if you don't have the public test universe, you're going to have to download it. And if you don't want to download it, that's on you. You don't have to download it. But it's not going to come out to the population as a whole. It's going to only go to, it's going to basically be unlocked for certain backers, and they're going to, based on your backer number. So you're going to have to determine like what your backer number is to kind of see where you fall into the mix. If there's not 800,000 backers, okay, there's not 1 million backers. Don't get the numbers on the website confused with the number of people signed up on the website, because you can be registered on the website and not be a backer. Okay, so if you're registered on the website, the website shows so many Star Citizens, and currently it's like over 800,000. It might be a million, somewhere in that neighborhood, but that's not how many backers there are. You can expect there to be maybe 75% of those backers, so maybe 600,000 backers. Okay, so you get a number between 1 and, if you're number 1, that's pretty awesome, and 600,000. I'm just using this as an example. I don't know the exact numbers. If they decide to do it in 3 waves, they're probably going to go the first 100,000 first. Okay? And then they're probably going to give, that's the first wave. The next wave is probably going to be 200,000 to 300,000 more. So you're looking at 100,000 to 300 or 400,000 as your member number as wave 2, to kind of ease a little bit, gradually growing it, trying to figure out if the servers are working, seeing as everything's working, and then finally with the last group, everybody that's a backer will be able to get in. And that will be the PTU. And then after the PTU is up and running for probably a week or 2, then it will go to the live servers. So I don't think first person is going to be available to the live servers until July, but who knows? They might go a lot faster. It might be like every few days they add new people. That'd be cool. But I'm 200,000 and change, so I probably won't go in the first wave. I'll probably go in the second wave. That's when I'm kind of guessing. So that I'm looking forward to. I'm excited about that. So that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. So let's, membership, right? Are we going onto the website and bumping the threads? Are we putting the word out to your friends in other games that you might be playing? Are you putting a chat box, type something up in any arena commander matches? Are you, like, because if you're not full, like if it's you and one other guy and you teamed up and you went in an arena commander match, have you mentioned that the Royal Aerospace Squadron is recruiting? If not, get on that. Do that, because that's the only way we're going to get new members, is if they are aware of us. Now, when the first-person shooter hits and there's a lot more people jumping into the first-person shooter, then I expect our membership to jump. Not by a lot, you know. Right now we're getting 3 to 4 people a month. We're maybe going to hit maybe 4 or 5 people a month. It's not going to be like, and it's only going to be maybe for the first 2 months or something like that. It's just going to be, we will see some more people join, but it's not going to be like doubling the numbers overnight. No, that's not going to happen. Okay, so that's what I wanted everybody to know, and I'll upload this to YouTube and you guys will get a chance to see that. I'll see you in the hangar.